Hello everyone, it's Kira and today I'm gonna make a tier list for tanks. It will be tier list mostly for high keys, because usually high keys make meta for packs, and as meta classes it will be easier to find group, push, and get into packs. In my opinion, for high keys you need defensives, utility, and damage. Because usually when tanks can pull bigger and live longer and be safer on the pulls, you are gaining the most time in the keys. I will start with Powerin because I liked this class a lot before and the class has a lot of utility. Still brings a lot of utility and kick from shield is very OP after keys changes, but unfortunately pretty weak at the moment defensively, and in higher keys it will be only worse. For now, rating it as the lowest and hope they will buff it. Second, gonna be Prot Warrior, a favorite tank of many people. I will say that this class is very strong at the moment, defensive and damage wise, but reflex values are kinda low this season. For now it looks like it will be caster meta, or at least mage and Oak, so Evoker's buff is not getting any value in this setup, so putting him on the second tier. Towards Monk, I will say this is my least favorite tank, and in comparison to Warrior looks weaker damage and defensive wise. And Think requires more healing also. Doesn't bring any useful damage buff, so rating him lower than Warrior. Blood Decay is one of the funniest tank to play, because you can do super big HPS numbers, and always good to see how you can top yourself from 0 to 100 from one spell. But I will say that Blood Decay's problem is still here, and whenever keys will start getting higher, Blood Decay will be weaker and weaker with every key level, because it might die from one shot, so will not be able to top himself, same as in low keys. Hard to rate Blood Decay, because we don't know key limits yet, but for me Blood Decay looks a bit stronger than Monk. Okay, and now we have two tanks left. Bear and VDH, classes that were meta in last seasons. Let's start with Bear, because it was meta early. Bear is a very solid tank at the moment and also probably the easiest tank to play. I will not say that this is bad part or can be boring to press Trash and Moonfire all the time. You can just focus on other things like calling stuff in keys and doing better movement to optimize group damage. Druid has Incarn with 30 seconds duration, and inside Incarn you are kinda unkillable. So this is good for very big pulls for group cities, and probably also strong point of the class. On top of this, you are bringing Stampedian Roar, which is very good for movement, and Mark of the Wild, one of the best buffs for keys, rating it as tier 1 tank now. And finally, everyone's favorite tank for last year, VDH. After all nerfs and changes to the class, it's still very strong. Probably less tanky than Bear and a bit more RNG around parry, but because of caster meta and 5% magic buff, higher own damage than Bear, probably staying on the same tier 1.